What up, what up? Michael David H here, a children's book illustrator and inspiring 2D animator, and welcome back to Brown Words and Pictures, the channel dedicated to leveling up children's book illustrators and inspiring 2D animators. Welcome to week number 2 of Procreate Dreams for Beginners, going from beginner all the way to mastery. This is the first video for this week. Today I'm going to be showing how to animate an illustration that you've already created in Procreate and then bringing it over into Procreate Dreams for the most part. And I'm going to be sharing the link to my new private Facebook group I've created, because I realized that as we begin creating animations and working on these lessons, you may want to share and get feedback. So I wanted a place where everybody could share their work and get feedback, and I made it private because I've been in many groups in Facebook, and when they get pretty large and crowded, you get a lot of nonsense. So I'm going to make it where you have to subscribe to something free. Everything gonna be free, but then at least I can know who's coming in. And if anybody's serious, they would follow the easy steps to get in there. So anyway, let's get started. Let's open up the Procreate and open up our illustration. I created a simple illustration of the human skeleton with points, because it looks like in Procreate Dreams when you want to animate using the performance tool, because that's what we're going to use today. Not the frame-by-frame animation. I want to get through this first for those who want to learn how to animate this way. But the frame-by-frame, I mean the performance tool, a big part of it is that anchor part, which I'm going to get to that in a minute. But first, let me go through this here and tell you how you want to set this up so that when we get over into Procreate Dreams, you're already set to go. First thing, I've noticed that when you want to take an illustration from Procreate and bring it over into Procreate Dreams, you want to have the things that you want to move on separate layers. So that's what I did here. I have the left foot, the right foot, the lower back and pelvis, the left hand, right hand, and the head, all on separate layers, because when you import these over into Procreate Dreams, they go in as one track, and then you have to separate it. And when Procreate Dreams separates it, it's separated according to how you have it here. So for the most part, yes, like I said, I have the head and the neck, all that's on one level. Then I have the right side, which is here, the left side, which is here, lower back and pelvis, which is here. Then you have the right foot on this side, or the right side, and the left side, which is here. And we're going to animate that. Now, I want you to imagine that your illustration is are the different parts of this human skeleton. So this could be a flower, this could be a cloud, this could be an animal or something like that. I just separated this way so you can easily see how you can move different parts in Procreate Dreams. Okay, so now let's import our artwork over into Procreate Dreams. So let's close out Procreate. Let's open up a file here. Now, first thing I want to do is I want to make sure that my stage and my canvas from Procreate are similar in size. So I'm going to go over to Procreate, get the canvas dimensions, and match them over here so I know my artwork will fit pretty nicely. So let's close this out real quick fast. Now let's get the canvas size. We're going up here, going to canvas, getting the canvas information, dimensions. It says this is 2160 width and 1620 in height. 2160 width and 1620 in height. All right. Let's go back to Procreate Dreams. And let's match that 2116 and 1620. Here we go. Done. So now we have that. Now we have that ready to go. Let's put this into a split screen, and let's import our artwork over into Procreate. Okay, here, split view. Let's pull up Procreate. Okay, put it into the timeline. And voila, now we have our artwork over inside Procreate Dreams. Okay, as you can see, the artwork imported all into one group called drawing. All my layers are in one group, and to separate it so they're on separate tracks so we can animate each individual part separately, we have to separate it. And the way you do that is you're gonna hold down this, and where it says convert layers to tracks, that's what you click on. And now all the things I want moving are in separate tracks. This will allow us to individually manipulate each layer that was in Procreate as a separate layer. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is we want to ungroup all the tracks so they operate independently and stand alone. So you hold on groups, that menu comes up, and where it says click ungroup, you ungroup. Now each track is operating independently, so you can edit them independently and manipulate them independently, because groups mean everything is sort of in one group. And for this particular example, I wanted everything to be separate. So now we can get into using the performance tool and the anchor tool, like I mentioned earlier, to animate different aspects of your illustration. We have a skeleton here, or the human skeleton somewhat, and we're gonna manipulate the different parts. So now, all right, so first thing I want to animate is the right side, or the right arm. So I'm going to pull up the bounding box by selecting that image. The bounding box comes around it, and I want to change the anchor point by clicking on this 3 dots, selecting edit anchor. So now I can move the anchor around, and since I wanted to anchor off of this point, I leave the anchor there. I press the performance tool. I click on where I want the rotation node to be, because I select here, the rotation node is here. Select here, is over here. Now it's over here, and I want to rotate from here. So I select on this rotation button over here, and now I can rotate that part of the animation. It's going to be animating right now. As you can see, it's animating. Let's stop that. Now, let's animate the other side. Let's go over to the left side. Same thing. We have to edit the anchor point. Select anchor. Let's move it to the point we want it to anchor around. Let's press the performance tool. Pull up the rotation node. And as we pull this back, now let's animate. I'm gonna see if I can get this skeleton to do somewhat jumping jacks. Anyway, now let's do the same thing for the legs. Of course, we got to go to the legs track. Let's go with the right side first. And edit the anchor point. Let's put it by the femur. The vote right there. Okay. Press the performance tool. Pull up the rotation node. And let's animate and try to be in sync so it looks like he's creating, or he's doing jumping jacks. Let's go. Okay, now let's do the other side, which is the left side. Bring that back forward. Let's go up here, edit the anchor point, put it by the femur. That's the rotation part. And now press the performance tool, pull up the rotation node. It's right there. Now let's animate. Now we can play it from the top. Looks kind of wonky, but that's how you animate an illustration that you already have created in Procreate Dreams using the different parts of the illustration. That's why I did it that way, so that you can see how you can animate different parts. I'm going to be leaving a link in the description that will take you over to a page where you can sign up for the email for free, and that email you will use to enter into the private Facebook group where we will share our animations going forward as we learn week by week from the masters, from books from Animator Survivor's Kit and The Illusion of Life, and things from Aaron Blaze, using all these tools to become better animators week after week until we are good enough where we are close to being really good animators and probably create feature films or shorts within the Procreate Dreams application. Anyway, thanks again for hanging out with me. Please come join, because it's going to be a lot of fun. It ain't going to be a short journey. It's going to be a long journey, but I'm okay with that, because that's how you get you become better when things take time sometimes. Anyway, thank you, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.